about the situation in Plettenberg Bay.
Yes, good afternoon, Shu. I'm in Solar Bay at the moment in Plettenberg Bay, where this region over the past few days have also borne the brunt of the devastating fires that have ripped through the Eden district. Now, if I can show you just to my left-hand side behind me, there is what remains of a house that has been totally gutted. Now, in this area, you'll see that there are quite a number of homes, and some of them are remaining intact. Some of them have not been touched by the flames. Others, like this one behind me, have all but been destroyed. Speaking to a couple of residents, some people who were walking along a short while ago, we've seen a number of people coming out taking photographs of the devastation, people saying that it was one of the most scary experiences that they've ever had to endure, not knowing whether their homes would be next. Also, a couple walking their dogs just now said that this area behind me was a wetland a few days ago. This is where their dogs used to come and play, and of course after the past few days of fires, all that remains now is just dry, scorched land and earth and the trees, and of course not a drop of that water or wetland in sight any longer. A short while ago, the Fire Chief Reinard Geldenhuys told me that in Plettenberg Bay at the moment there's not much activity, and I have to reiterate what my colleague Janina said just now, where the conditions have really played in the favour of those brave men and women that have been working tirelessly for the past few days to bring this raging fire under control here. There's been very little wind, and also very cool conditions over large parts of the Eden district today, making those firefighting efforts really go a long way. And of course, the mantra from the firefighters today is the day. They have put down today as the day that they stop this devastation along the Garden route, and largely their mantra has come true, with only a few pockets, of course, that they are still monitoring. But the devastation that has been left behind, we've taken a drive through Plettenberg Bay this afternoon as well, coming in through Knysna. It's unbelievable. A few months ago I was in this region and it was all green, and when I look at it now, it's just a devastation for as far as one can see. So it's going to take quite a while to rebuild. I know I've also spoken to the municipal manager earlier on today, saying that assessments will commence in full swing come tomorrow. There are still certain regions that have been affected by electricity outages, etc., and also some heavy infrastructure damage. At this point, one can only just estimate that the damage will run into at least tens of millions to restore the Eden district and parts of Plettenberg Bay, Knysna, Sedgefield, that has come under extreme fire, if I could use that phrase at this point in time. And at the moment, the weather conditions looking in favour for those firefighters. But of course, they won't rest on their laurels. They'll be keeping a close watch, still monitoring for any possible flare-ups that could occur.
And how are residents coping with the devastation at this point?
When I speak to a couple of the residents coming past here, I mean, I've seen just disbelief on the faces of people. Most of them that have not been affected by the fires are grateful that they've been spared. But when they look around at their neighbours' homes, shaking their heads, saying that this is probably the worst fire they've seen since the late 1990s. I believe in 1998 there was a fire in this area that also claimed quite a few lives, and people saying that they are just grateful, not only that they haven't been affected, but just by seeing the outpouring of relief coming through from those who haven't been affected. I mean, this afternoon I was at a relief centre where people have just been streaming in all day since this fire broke out. People have come. That warehouse is completely packed with water, with non-perishable goods. I've seen bedding and duvets, people coming in, offering their services, for example, to volunteer. Times like these, when we see these crises unfolding, is when we really see what humankind can be like, you know, when it comes down to people in need, people pouring out their generosity, and also from that relief centre, then of course a relief aid going to across the region where they are needing food supplies. Water is in big demand at this point in time. So that is generally the sense that I've been getting from residents in this area, saying we will rebuild.
All right, Vanessa, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. That was Vanessa Poonah speaking to us live from Plettenberg Bay.